Okay students, this is the next exemption. We have learnt in previous video about the agriculture land, that is section 54B. On this there will be no problems. We have to just take care how we have to understand that, okay, with respect to only the heading. Now just check: capital gain on compulsory acquisition of land and building forming a part in industrial undertaking, okay. So who can claim for this? And any assessee can claim exemption from tax on capital gain both for short term as well as for a long term. Okay, now that is forming a building, whether short term long term, part of industrial undertaking belonging to assessee and used by him at least for 2 years for industrial purpose, okay, then only it can be claimable. So amount of exemption will be what? The cost of land or building, okay, as well as the including CGS scheme or a capital gain, whichever is lower is exempted for industrial purpose. So this is what the section 54D tells all about. Okay, the next exemption is with respect to section 54EC. What is the exemption? Long-term capital gain on transfer of long-term capital asset and investment in long-term bonds. So whatever the gain is there, okay, well, it should be a long-term capital asset, which whatever the gain you are getting it, you have to just invest in what? Certain bonds, okay, then only you will be claimable for that, otherwise no. Clear with this? Okay, so which are those? Which assets to be acquired to claim exemption? Investment in long-term specified bonds of maximum 50 lakhs within 6 months from the date of transfer of the asset by the assessee. Specified bonds for this purpose are bonds redeemable after 3 years issued by NHAI, that is National Highway Authority, as well as Rural Electrification Corporation. Amount of exemption will be what? It is limited to the amount invested in specified bonds or long-term capital gain, whichever is lower, okay, with a maximum exemption limit for 50 lakhs. So exemption limit is for 50 lakhs financial year, okay. So this is what the exemption under section 54 EC. The next exemption is with respect to your 54F, that is what? Sale of any long-term capital asset other than residential house and investment in residential house. In the sense what? Okay, this is a very important thing to be calculated. Whatever, say for example, you sell shares, you sell gold, you sell bonds, okay, from whatever these assets other than residential house, whatever you are gaining, you have to invest in a residential house, then only it will be claimable. Clear? So say for example, now you have included, you might have earned long term from debentures, you might have earned a long term gain from shares, you might have earned a long term from gold. So these all long terms are apart from your residential house, which should be invested in new residential house, then only it will be claimable. So that is what your section 54F exemption. Clear? And how it should be calculated? It should be calculated by using this formula, that is what? Amount invested in new house including CGS deposit into long-term capital gain divided by net consideration. We will be solving this 15 marks case study problem for this exemption, which is very important. Okay, thank you.